Welcome. It happens every show. They can't stay quiet for the intro. Welcome.
I just noticed it.
Bro, I did that as soon as he popped
out. Don't change real fast. I'm sorry.
Okay. We hit the light. Okay.
Damn. All right, we're all right. Then anybody got any shout outs? That's the show, ladies and gentlemen. No, welcome. It is Saturday morning, so you know it's time for another live edition of The Extra Point. The gang is all here on this big sports day. P.O. Coulter in the house. Michigan Michael Hasso in the house. And the first lady of sports, Tasha T. Sizzle in the house. You know when you see the three amigos, it's time to talk some sports on a Saturday morning. So go nuke your coffee. Go flip your flapjacks. Tasha, what did you have for breakfast?
Actually, this morning I had 4 egg whites, 2 whole eggs boiled with some what's the bagel seasoning on top, and a piece of peanut butter toast.
Oh, nice. Sounds like a very nutritious breakfast. So sometime during the show, get up and adjust your blind so everybody can see your hind parts and your thighs, because all that peanut butter toast is working. Mike, show me guns real quick.
I ain't cheap nor free.
Oh, well, put your OnlyFans account in the chat.
I mean, to take a line from Lotto, she said, I don't sell, but I ain't free.
Tasha, just throw some feet pics up there. I'll subscribe. I ain't screwed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about today. NFL, NBA, college basketball. You see Michigan Mike with the Michigan hat on. We're going to do a deep dive into the Wolverines and their quest for a Big Ten tournament championship as well as a national championship. But ladies and gentlemen, we have to start with the biggest news of the week. The Baltimore Ravens, they rescinded their trade offer for star defensive end Max Crosby earlier this week. As a result, Crosby goes back to the Las Vegas Raiders. The Ravens get back their 14th overall pick in this year's draft, as well as their first-round pick in next year's draft. A few hours after that, the Ravens signed free agent pass rusher Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year deal. I believe it was $112 million. Now, I've gone on record earlier this week saying that while I hate the Baltimore Ravens and everything that they stand for, it was a smart business move to me. But we're going to kick off today's show with the question for Tasha. Was it a greasy move, Tasha T. Sizzle?
I already told you it wasn't greasy.
Being told to people.
Like I said, my name, my organization, my quote unquote, you can't say money because really wasn't no money put out there. So my draft picks, I can do what I want to do.
But was it the right thing to do?
It was right. It was right for them. Now, if you look at it in the future, I know a lot of the teams, are not too happy with what happened, especially the Raiders, because at the end of the day, they didn't want to pay Max Crosby. He claims now, I'm all in. Well, you ain't got no choice, motherfuckers. Ain't nobody out there, trying to get you now.
Because Jerry hung up on them, to your point. Keep going.
Because the Ravens now have made people think that, you put together with paper mache. So if you look at it in the long term, I hope Max Crosby heals. And all I got to say is when he's fully healthy and they play the Ravens, Lamar may get broke up.
Wow. Mike, was this a greasy move?
Yeah, it was greasy. they had Hendrickson right on the side. And as soon as they saw that price drop, they had buyer's remorse. And they're like, oh, well, we can almost get the same production over here with half the cost. And our draft picks back. It's a business move. It's a greasy move. Is it legal? Yes. Is it ethical? No. But people do worse in business, so it is what it is.
I know a team that won for years by deflating footballs and everything else. So,
right, and they're starting to get some blowback from the owners as well with a lack of first ballot Hall of Fame inductions. Hey, shouts out to the people on YouTube. Make sure you all subscribe. Now, if this is your first time here, roasting challenge, it's kind of what we do. We've been friends for a very long time. As we are all Michigan fans, we stand united on Saturdays, but Sundays is a totally different story. When that clock strikes 12 on Sunday, all three of our teams are mortal enemies, which makes for some fun banter in our chat. Hey, shouts out to YouTube checking in. Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe. Hey, throw us up in the algorithm so we can continue this conversation. It was a greasy move, Tasha. Why can't two things be true? Now, your line was a bar that you said on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow her on Instagram and Mike and his other business endeavors as well. You said, my money, my draft picks, my call. I'm okay with that. But at the same time, that was the timing in which you did it. Let me ask you this. I asked Mike off wax. I'm going to ask you this on wax. What is your percentage of confidence that they already had a deal in place with Trey Hendrickson before they let Max Crosby know that the trade wasn't going through?
I don't think they really knew. You see what I'm saying? Because, you saw that tweet that Lamar put out when he was like, with Denzel Washington in training day, and it was like, boom. Like, so I think they were already thinking that Crosby was going to be it. But then when they saw the things about Trey Hendrickson, they said, how can we get out of this? Let's fail him on this physical. You knew the guy had just come back from having surgery. And again, that's kind of the Raiders' fault and his, because remember, he wanted to fight because he didn't want to have the surgery. He wanted to play out the rest of the season. The man only been off the crutches a week or two.
Right.
Why would you? So in this instance, I'm not saying it was greasy, and I'm not going to say it was greasy. The Ravens are just lying because you knew the man had just come off of surgery. So what did you think he was going to go out there and get up on the horse and start blocking shit? Like, what did you think he was going to be able to do? So right. I think once they found out the availability of Trey Hendrickson is when they said, we're going to pull this medical card, because technically the doctor can say whatever the Ravens wanted him to say.
Right. That's why they needed 6 doctors, because the first 5 were like, no, he's good.
Right. I mean, and the thing is, he's not healthy. Y'all know he's not healthy. He just came off of crutches.
Right. Which goes back to my greasy. I mean, he's greasier than a bottom of a pizza box. The Ravens organization, I think Eric DeCosta, their GM, and shouts out to Celestial, is roasting me in the comments. Hey, I love Michigan. You see the ring? I'm gonna kiss that ring too, especially in that first Monday in April. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Again, it was a brilliant move. It was a greasy move. I think two things can be true at the same time. If I'm Eric DeCosta, I do the same thing. Once I see that I can get my first round picks back and sign someone who maybe not on the level from an age standpoint as Crosby, but Trey Hendrickson, when healthy, is a viable pass rusher, especially a free agent addition to a team who had serious defensive issues last year. So we got the draft coming up. Let me ask you this, Tasha, since you're pro what they did, do you think this will have a negative impact on them facilitating trades going forward? And if so, does that matter if you get back your first round picks? Is that worth it?
I mean, like I said, you have a lot of people in the league who are not happy with the way they did it, because if you look at it, it does look bad. Again, y'all saying greasy. I'm just saying they was lying, because that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
But you got
greasy.
But you got your first round picks. Are you going to be able to develop these players? Because you're still going to need some pieces. They just got rid of Isaiah Likely. They're going to need a right tackle. Yeah. They need a little something extra. So, but if somebody really wants a player, they gonna deal. They gonna take those picks.
I think so too, Tasha. Mm-hmm. I think that desperation and deadlines make deals. So there's going to be a GM out there. If it could be advantageous for them to do business with the Ravens in the draft, they're going to be like, man, F them picks. That wasn't my team that got burned. They're going to do what they have to do. Now, whether it be the Raiders or the Cowboys or any other team that was affected by not getting Crosby out of this whole deal, because Jerry should be the maddest. He had to deal with a first and a third on the table, which Eric DeCosta, of course, you're going to go with the best offer, which is 2 1s.
I'm just wondering, what would Ozzie have done?
Ozzie would have kept his commitment to Crosby.
Because Ozzie didn't miss.
He didn't. He would have kept his commitment to Crosby, and he would have figured out a way in the draft to gain more draft capital by either moving down. He was also an excellent evaluator where he could find talent in the mid to late rounds to where that wouldn't be such a pressing issue for him not to have a first. Remember, when Ozzie was in power, the Ravens wasn't picking outside of the top 25 ever. They were consistently.
He was hitting off of those draft picks.
Right. Now, Mike, would it matter to you? Is getting your 2 first-round picks back worth the blowback that you may get from other front offices trying to do deals on draft day?
Yeah. I mean, like what we're all saying, like they're still draft picks. People are still going to take them. So you still have assets next to you that you can either build off of or you can trade. So I think they'll be fine. I think they'll have a lot of more question marks and be like, no, you need to sign that pin first. You need to make that deal happen. They're not going to take their word for it moving forward. So,
right. And I guess technically there's no physical to be had if you're exchanging picks. So maybe a player trade may have some blowback on Baltimore, but not if you're trading picks on draft day. Moving on, Kyler Murray was released this week and found a new job already. If it only could be that easy for the unemployed people in this country, I will digress on that. So he signs a 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings. Tasha, I'm coming to you first. You have been, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's just say you have not been sold on your golden boy that brought you a national championship at the University of Michigan, Mr. J.J. McCarthy. Does Minnesota signing Kyler Murray give you cause for a victory lap?
No, it's not a cause for a victory lap. I just think that there's like, while we loved him in Michigan, but we knew he was limited at Michigan. And I think that's what the Vikings are seeing, that he is a little bit limited. Let's give him a little more time. I don't think that they're just all the way out on JJ, but I mean, if you're not gonna sit up here and admit that JJ could use a little polishing, like Andy when he was making them stones in Shawshank, when he started throwing them, that's how he got the freedom. Like you fooling yourself. You're telling lies. He needs some polishing in some areas. The injury when he was out that year, that hurt him because he didn't get the reps. He didn't get the time. He didn't get the practice in.
Right.
And Minnesota, when you got Justin Jefferson, they're in a win now scenario. They don't have time to wait because what you're going to fuck around and do is lose JJ.
The other JJ.
Yeah.
The more important JJ.
Yeah.
Mike, should your JJ McCarthy be worried?
I'm going to start out with yes. And I'm also going to shout out to Tasha because I love the movie references, especially with Oscar weekend. So shout out. I'm going to say yes. And also JJ gets developed at a faster pace when there's somebody behind him looking to take his job. So he needs that. I mean, you had Cade McNamara, who was also fighting for the role. He did extremely well when they had the 2-game competition. So it's like, I think this is good for him. I agree with Tasha that he still needs more polishing to do. And I've always been an advocate for these younger quarterbacks that they need to be developed and stop being thrown in there. So I'm okay with this move.
If I'm JJ McCarthy, I'm a little worried because of the length of Kyler Murray's deal. It's a 1-year deal, which tells me that you have an extremely quick hook if you're JJ McCarthy. Because of what a Sam and a Darnold did once he left Minnesota, once y'all chose McCarthy over Darnold, he goes to Seattle and brings them a championship and was a huge piece of that championship puzzle.
Could also be coaching, though.
What's that?
It could also be coaching, though. I mean, Sam Darnold went over there and ended up winning the Super Bowl.
I mean, but Sam Darnold just couldn't beat the Rams in that one game. Had they beat the Rams, it probably would have been a whole different story. We probably would have never seen JJ because they would have extended Sam.
Great point. Right, great point. Darnold took a beating after those last 2 games of his tenure in Minnesota because he did not play well, and they did have championship aspirations. I just think that head coach Kevin McConnell, because he had a hand in it, they already fired the GM that was at the helm when that let him go and bring in McCarthy to be the starter. I think JJ McCarthy can be a quality starter. He showed flashes of being able to get it done, but then his bad film was atrocious. It wasn't, I mean, his bad film was really, really bad. Good morning, Reginald in the house.
See, I don't know about
Go ahead.
Exactly. Thank you, Jarrell. I said it the night it happened. He shouldn't have.
No, Tasha said that the night it happened. I'm going to give her flowers on that. Mike, do you disagree?
Yeah, I disagree. I think that's the problem, though. People are like, no, these young quarterbacks need to be developed. And it's like, man, they put too much hype on them. I mean, like,
him
you need
and
to be drafted and developed.
Both were overdrafted. Neither one of them should have gone in that first round.
Oh, I agree with that. They should probably be second round. But still, I think the talent is there. They just need to be developed. They need to be in the right systems and the right coaches, and they can make something happen.
I mean,
sorry, real quick, Tasha, because I reset that wrong. I read that wrong. I thought it said overrated. He says overdrafted. I agree with that. I was going to disagree with overrated because I do think that a good team can win with him at quarterback with the right development. But here's my pushback on that. To Jarrell's point and to Tasha's point, I mean, damn, Kevin O'Connell was coach of the year in 2024. I mean, he had a quarterback in place that got them 14 wins. So, like, did he forget how to coach? I guess he put it. Well, Mike.
Sorry, motorcycle going down the street. I just, like I said, I'm impressed. I really wasn't impressed, but forever grateful for what JJ McCarthy did while he was in A squared.
Mike, that's progress.
But I was never impressed with his actual style of play because, I mean, but it goes back to that whole thing. What does Cam Newton say? Game manager or game changer?
Right.
Type thing. And I don't know if he could be a viable starter. He may always be a damn good quarterback, but we never know. Yeah. Like you said, it could be coaching, but like I said, you had the head coach was the coach of the year. Right. Maybe they need to get someone else. Look at Malik Willis. He was the hottest thing smoking. And we all said it's because when he was at Tennessee, they didn't want him, first of all, and they didn't coach to his strengths. JJ's strength ain't always throwing that ball. He ain't stupid. We know he knows how to read the coverage. He knows how to, but I think it's his mechanics. I don't know.
It could be, and I don't know if it's a gift and a curse to have Harbaugh as your quarterback whisperer because Harbaugh can point things out to you in real time, especially when you can use the dot. And Harbaugh's like, okay, okay.
But let's go back and look at the quarterbacks that Harbaugh coached. They all had success in college and in the pros, except for JJ. But he is not like Andrew Luck. He's not like Kaepernick. Who else did he coach?
Cade McNamara.
Mike, Cade McNamara has caught enough strays from you today.
You caught enough strays. We're gonna lay that man.
You know how State and won a big team.
He's gonna learn. He ain't gonna talk trash to Michigan like that. Nope.
But you had quarterbacks that were coached by Harbaugh who were successful or who actually looked good, but they had different mechanics. JJ doesn't possess those same mechanics. So that's why I say I just don't. Maybe he needs a different coach, a quarterback coach, and a head coach to break it down and get him where he needs to be. I mean, I think it's there. I think he could. I just don't see him as just coming out and being a star. But then again, I didn't think Sam Darnold was going to win no damn Super Bowl.
I wouldn't have either, to your point. Now let's move around the NFC real quick because there was another quarterback that avoided a long, lengthy stay in the unemployment line. And that's your favorite players. Tasha opened the show talking about eggs. And so I think it's only apropos that we talk about Tua Tagovailoa. Those who follow the show know that reference. Good morning, Melanie Taylor. Good morning, AP Culture. Black Girl Magic in the house. Good morning, Farrah, and good morning, Martrice Hastings. Just wanted to make sure we shouted everybody back. Thank you. We are happy to be back. Tasha, Tua Tagovailoa signs a one-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons. What the hell is Matt Ryan doing?
Well, basically what they're doing is just giving a cushion because they still don't want to give up on Penix Jr. I mean, but at this rate, as late in the season as Penix tore his ACL for the 500th time, you basically going to have Tua for the whole season. Damn. So maybe that's what it is. That it's just a bridge. We're going to give Penix one more chance. We're going to let him heal, let him get healthy. We're going to put Tua in. Let him get us over this. Hey, we can beat awful. We can get us some draft picks. We can rebuild. I think they want to rebuild.
Yeah, it's time to move on from the. Well, I guess Matt Ryan is trying to make his own imprint on the team. Mike, you had Kirk Cousins on the roster that you just released after signing Tua.
A Kirk and a damn Cousins. Say it right.
A Kirk and a damn Cousins. I stand corrected. Mike, is Tua an upgrade over Kirk and a Cousins?
No. I mean, Tua is about to go to play at Dollar Tree. Like, he's about to be at Dollar General. Like, what are you doing trying to play football again? Go sell some car insurance. Like, what are you doing?
Mike said again.
He said liberty, liberty, liberty.
What are you doing out there, man? I feel every time I see him out there, I feel like a worried dad. I'm like, oh,
yes,
okay, yeah. He's gonna be. Yes. Oh
no, yeah, I do too. The second he patched that ball one time, I'm telling him to slide or get down. Like, right, just slide.
I mean,
just started. You got 20 seconds left on the play clock.
I'm trying to pull an Anthony Richardson. Get him off the field for a play or two. I have always been the most graceful to Tua out of us three. Like, if I could expose our chats, which I would never do because we wouldn't have accounts on Instagram anymore. I've always kind of defended Tua to a certain extent. I thought that when he did play, he was serviceable. He wasn't great. He's not a Pro Bowler. I would name 15, 16 quarterbacks before I named Tua if I was doing a fantasy draft. But I think if Tasha's right and they're going to do a soft reset, Michael Penix Jr. and that ACL is that was a bad draft pick. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I had high hopes for do-rag, but it's a don't rag now.
I mean, I'm always hashtag ABOB.
It ain't looking good. Tasha.
But no. I don't know where they need to get the tendons to repair this knee. If they need to get a cadaver piece,
right?
A piece of his hamstring, like they did with.
You get OJ's cadaver. He was leaping luggage in the airport at 50.
I don't know because they got some troubled DNA on it.
Hey, he jumped out of them bushes. That tendon was just fine that night.
I just don't know why they didn't get Kyler Murray.
Okay, Mike, stop. Stop talking, Mike. Paul?
No.
Pull your lips together. Mike, did you catch what he said?
No.
Mike, he said
play it.
He was jumping out of them bushes that night.
He was just fine when he jumped back. When he ran to that Bronco. Just fine. Wasn't nothing wrong with that ACL. So I say go dig his ass up. What did King Harris say?
I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was just saying Kyler Murray would have been a perfect fit because at least he can play.
Yeah. I'm a fan of Kyler Murray. When I saw, and I can't remember who to credit for posting this in our group chat, his stats for his tenure at Arizona, 20,000 yards. He had about 100 combined touchdowns. That's not a bad fit. I think that Miami jumped the gun on Malik Willis and should have gotten Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray was probably the best free agent quarterback available.
He was. I just think with Kyler Murray, even though we joke about the height and all of this, I think it was a maturity thing. And
he just like to play video games. He ain't out busting them down.
It's not just.
You're right.
Just is like doing that as a hobby. Like, like, oh yeah, he's just playing video game, but he was using his whole time instead of reviewing a playbook, doing some film session. Like, he wasn't doing any of that.
I mean, because you got a lot of players out here that indulge in other things, but when it's when it's come time to read that playbook or get in that playbook, if you don't have the natural talent, like I think, like you do have a few players, and we always joke about LT, how they said they had to drag him out of the hotel, get him some IV, and put him on that field. Some people are just those people. They don't need to look at no playbook. They just need to go out there and play.
Yeah.
But when you are the quarterback, you are the general, you are the head, you're the main one that needs to be in that playbook.
Tasha, I want you to brace yourself for what I'm about to say, because you said something that just popped an image into my head when you said
what? I'm sorry.
Mike, rein this show back in. Because if it would have just been me and her today, it would have been a 3-hour show with foolishness. Not that, Tasha, but shouts out to him for that. When you said that college athleticism, and I'm starting to see a theme with that. If we think about some of the high-profile quarterbacks that have admitted publicly after it was all said and done that they did not take their playbook seriously.
Manziel,
Michael Vick, Kyler Murray, people who use their athleticism, people who was like, well, hell, if my first read ain't open, I'm gonna run. I'll put this to the side. I'm gonna like that. There's some connective tissue there, and I'm not going to go all the way with A, B, or B with that. But I think that when there's athleticism to that nature, it seems like that's the connective tissue. When a player self admits, we're not casting any aspersions on these quarterbacks. They said it. Vince Young said he didn't study the playbook. Hell, we was in Nashville.
With Vince Young, it kind of showed.
Yeah.
Like I said, Kyler does have athletic ability, and look at Michael Vick. Come on, that was entertaining. We didn't give a damn if he knew that playbook or not. We were highly entertained.
Right. It didn't cost them. It didn't cost them because Vince Young was Rookie of the Year. He on the cover of Madden. Look at the career that Michael Vick was having before the dog raid. Like, there was some. Kyler Murray was Rookie of the Year. Like they had success early, so I can see how athleticism can kind of make you lazy in the books. Now, when you have one that combined both, Josh Allen, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, you become super elite. Think about the athletic quarterbacks that actually got in the playbook and can read coverages. They're MVPs.
Because that athletic ability will only get you so far, especially early on in your career.
Right.
Because you can't be 35 out here as a quarterback still leaping. That's
like on line one.
With people looking like Lyron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, who I still don't understand why motherfuckers are still giving him a phone call.
He's gonna have a job this summer too.
Right. He gonna be somebody's backup, and I ain't mad at him. Hey, get that longevity check. Yeah. But it was a maturity thing with him, and I think this may have humbled him.
Yeah.
If not, we'll see. We'll definitely see.
For JJ's job.
And the thing is, and Minnesota, it ain't too much to do up in Minnesota.
But play video games.
Right. And so it might be worse.
To your point, Mike, it might be worse. Now, Mike, we all watched that fateful Monday night. We're going to have another fateful Monday night here coming up. But we watched that fateful Monday night when was it San Francisco? Who got that game-sealing interception against Michael Penix in the national championship game in Houston? I think it was
was it him?
Will Johnson.
Oh, was it Will Johnson?
It was Will Johnson that got it. It was Will Johnson. We saw two quarterbacks playing that national championship game, J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix Jr. They're both fighting for their lives, R. Kelly style on line one.
Fighting for my life.
Mike, you're the betting guy on the show. If you had to place a futures bet right now on which quarterback will stave off their incoming incumbent to keep their job for the 2026 season, would you bet on J.J. McCarthy or Michael Penix?
Man, that's tough because, you got the maintenance man behind Penix and
oh shit.
And then you actually have a viable backup quarterback in Kyler Murray. I'm gonna go with Penix on this, but dang, his injury, like y'all said. All right, I'm a betting man, so I'm gonna bet.
You got to put a futures on one, Mike.
Dang, I'm gonna bet on JJ. I'll keep my bet on JJ. I'm gonna let it ride.
Tasha?
JJ is healthier. He's been injured.
I was going to say he missed just as much time as Penix since they both been drafted.
But when your knee, what Martin say the knees when he was pumping the knees, and he hit his knee on that coffee table.
I've been cold the knees. I've been cold.
When your knees are gone, and Michael Penix's style of play is kind of what we said, the athletic style, and if he can't scramble, he can't throw. Michael Penix can't throw.
He's more of a thrower than a scrambler to me.
Yeah. He would have to change his whole way of thinking and his whole game plan because the quarterbacks who don't run usually have the longevity in the league.
That is very true. and look, if you don't believe us, believe your own damn eyes. You watch football every week. If you're watching this show, you know the ones who stay around.
And he's behind, scattered, smothered, and covered. I mean, the path is easier for him. Let me put it that way. Because with Kyler Murray can get out there and have a phenomenal season. They signed him for an extension for 3 or 4 years and shift JJ off somewhere.
Yeah.
Penix's road is easier because of who's in front of him.
Who got the block button? Can we block Jarrell?
Yes.
Jarrell, your reels are hilarious too. Your reels
what's that on NFL Blitz where you got the big heads? You got the 5-1-4 up. Like
Look, Jarrell, he need to put bubble wrap on his head, a pillow, then that helmet.
Why does his helmet in New England make the Patriots dude look like Professor Klump?
But you know what? You know what? I'm not mad at him because the way now all of a sudden every time something go wrong is CTE. He probably looking at clips of Antonio Brown and saying, "Yeah, I may look like a fool now, right. But when I'm retired, I ain't gonna be out here like this."
As a defensive guy, that's a target for me. I'm going, whoo, boy.
Mike, that's diabolical for you to say that. I just don't want Tua to be doing this in 10 years.
He already doing that. What are you talking about?
Be like, come eat your Jell-O, baby. Your Jell-O's ready.
Move on in a hurry. We're gonna move. Ricky, baby, your test scores.
Ricky, baby, your test scores.
Your CTE scores are in. That's post-mortem, y'all. We're gonna move on in a hurry.
He said, how many two picks? How many two picks?
No. That's post-mortem. No. We ain't giving Michigan no bad mojo because we're playing Wisconsin today, and I'm nervous about that. All right. So we're gonna do a fresh segment since I got my woes back in attendance this morning. We're gonna play a rapid fire segment called Major Move or Meh. I'm gonna give you some free agent signings. You tell me if this is a major move or just. First up, quarterback Malik Willis to Miami to be their starter. Major move or meh, Tasha?
I think it's a major move, taking a risk on him, which all the coaches that and the staff that was in Green Bay are in Miami. So maybe that can translate.
Great point.
But
great point.
Who do you have as weapons down in Miami? Who is he going to throw the ball to? You done sent your defense. You done sent the astronaut and Minka Fitzpatrick. You done sent them away.
They're in complete rebuild mode now. They're looking like
got no money either.
Derrick Henry, go ahead, Mike.
I said they ain't got no money either. So
they really don't. And well, they won't have any money this year because of Tua that having to eat that money. Mike, major move or meh? Malik Willis.
Yeah, I like it. I agree with Tasha, everything she said. I think it's a great fit. I think last year he might have had a down year. I think surrounded by good coaching staff, he can do things, but like it's not going to be his fault also. So it might be a scapegoat because you don't have any weapons for him.
Torrance makes it. He agrees with you too. He says major. They had nothing else in Miami. I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna say it's a major move for Malik Willis, given where he was when he was buried on the depth chart in Tennessee, to going to Green Bay to being a starter with starting money. That $60 million or whatever he's getting guaranteed. That right there. Whatever happens in Miami, you did what you were supposed to do, Malik. You got to that second contract, that generational money contract, and you get to be featured as a starting quarterback in a division that's kind of meh. So yeah. I like that. The only thing I say is meh about it is that, to y'all's point, the Dolphins ain't really trying to win this year. So what will he look like? Like what would the tape look like? We shall see. Next up, Tasha, you first on this one. Mike Evans to the 49ers. Major move or meh?
You know, it is little presser. He gets out there, just like all of them. They say, well, basically he wanted a fresh start, but you got to go out there. You got to tap dance. We did get Greenlaw back. Shouts out to number 57, 5'7". Damn a 6'7", 5'7".
Nice.
I'm not going to say major. Look, put it this way. It's both. It's major because it will open up more for him because you got McCaffrey. So
hey,
then
you're hanging on to your every word now. You see, we want to hear your answer now. Come on with it.
You got McCaffrey. So, and you got a quarterback who can, probably get him the ball a little more. But it's meh because, like we just said, what are we talking about? How, we're getting these massages because our bodies ache. We're getting older. You don't heal as fast. I'm going to need you to be out on that field for the whole season. Exactly, because now when you older, them aches and pains don't heal up as fast.
My back when I sneeze in the shower on line one.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. We get offline, y'all gonna laugh. Now this really, y'all know I usually tell y'all everything. I can't even tell y'all everything with this story. I forgot to
Mike, I will stop this show 5 minutes early so we can catch that because I know, Mike, you on a hard stop. Now, Mike, I'm gonna jump T's comment in here because Martrice was looking at your ass too. She was like, "Yeah, what you got to say about that?" Now T says, "Oh, he's just another hurt receiver in San Francisco."
I mean, and it's true. But again, TT, I know you out here ripping a disorganized franchise ain't coming for me. We've done more with less. Okay, and you can see, let the record show. We wasn't struggling to get in the playoffs, TT. So don't go there.
How did y'all not struggle to get in the play? I still can't understand how TF y'all did 12 wins with
it's the San Francisco way. They get in.
Third and fourth string players.
How did y'all do
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little shocked too, but I think once we got Purdy back, once we got McCaffrey back, Jenkins started playing. I mean, Juwan Jennings started playing worth a damn. Everybody kind of, I think everybody's like, look, it's do or die.
Give him his props, the backup quarterback that you refuse to give any props. He saved y'all season when Purdy was out.
I said when Purdy came back.
Right, but when he wasn't there, y'all was winning.
First of all, y'all was calling for my quarterback's job over this flash in the pan. Let's just start there.
Flash in the pan is disrespectful. I'm still calling because he was a great quarterback. He did great, and he hit the gritty.
System. Like Mike said, it's the 49er way. But
it is.
But
it is.
I mean,
he said with the same result. Thank you, T. Good morning, Papa Hasso.
Again,
Hasso.
And TT would know about the same results, but on tis.
No, he said right, no ring, which I'm on board for because y'all ain't never ever win another championship
with the same results, but on tis. So he would know.
You would know, Torrance. Y'all ain't won a playoff game since I had a taper fade.
As the corporate says, to circle it back, this was a mad move.
Thank you, Mike. Bring it back because Mike's like, y'all.
I mean, like I said, it's kind of both because when he good, but when he hurt.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But that's what you have. You have a Mike Evans who had 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. Like,
Mike, don't do the stats. That's not right, Mike.
And then when he was trying to get that 1,000 yards that one season, it was a struggle towards the end. But I guarantee you got to go put him on fantasy, and he gonna.
It's not like he had a boo-boo quarterback either. He had Baker Mayfield who gets people the ball. So,
but wait a minute though, y'all saw the play. Mike Evans had 3 season-ending injuries on one play. He had a broken clavicle, a concussion, and a torn ACL or something like that. Like off one hit. And you're going to sign him to a 3-year deal? 3 years?
When I saw it, I was like...
We talking about suspects as Penix Jr. and all these people that are hurt, but then Mike Evans shows up and you're like, no, he going to be all right. Like, no, he ain't going to be all right.
I think it's... Well, who was that said, now when they getting hits, they tell them they don't care if they get injured from waist up. Just want to take out my knee.
Right. They'd rather have CTE because that's by the time they diagnose you with that, you already on the upper room.
So Mike Evans ain't got no shoestring ACLs, MCLs, PCLs.
Well, practicing in that nuclear plant that y'all call a practice field, like
hey, it worked. It worked for David Banner, didn't it?
Damn, great counterpunch. Great counterpunch. All right, next up, Kenneth Walker III to Kansas City. Mike, is this major or meh?
Major. That's a major move. They back.
I agree.
I don't know about they being back with a 95-year-old tight end and a quarterback that's going to try to hurry up and come back off of surgery.
Jason Tatum on line 1, Tasha.
They were chilling on the bench last season. Kansas City as a team. All they need is They were chilling like this. Y'all go have fun. And then like this, when the older brother's like, hey, can you come play with us? He's like, all right.
Now, see, Tasha done sent out the bat signal to bring in her 49er faithful. Shouts out to Joe. Joe, you're looking very dapper and debonair. Mr. Teacher, Mr. Educator says Mike was the only option in Tampa Bay and San Francisco. He will have Kittle and CMC. Kittle and Kittle stay hurt just as much as the rest of them.
Kittle gonna be coming off an injury, but Kittle will go out there. We still got a backup tight end that
he played good. He played well. He did. He played well. The backup tight end did play well, but he's not Kittle. Kittle has.
I mean, but it's like Mike Evans won't be required to do as much as he was in Tampa because Tampa really didn't have a lot. Like I said, I'm still on the fence with it. I'm still on the fence with it.
Mike, how much tread is left on CMC's tires?
He damn near ball slick.
Yeah, I think he may be a Maypop right now. So we shall see. Tasha, you said that Kansas City ain't back. Why not?
I mean, it's a major move for Walker. It's good for him, especially coming off him being the MVP. And it's like, oh, y'all don't want me? Oh, okay.
For real, Seattle, why would Seattle do that?
I mean, I guess they think Charbonnet gonna come back and just we can't root for Charbonnet because he left us. Those who stay will be champions. He left.
And did he win a championship for UCLA? Moving on. Next up, David Montgomery to Houston to replace Joe Mixon. Major or meh, Mike?
I'm gonna say meh.
Tasha?
I'm gonna say meh. He was a good 1-2 punch with Gibbs. So who is gonna? I don't know if he's gonna be like a every down back. Who do you have there that can come in and out?
Woody Marks, who was a rookie last year, he was decent. But I think it's major because David Montgomery at this stage of his career is way ahead of Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb barely trot up and down the field last year.
I mean, but you got to think Nick Chubb knee that's supposed to bend this way.
I'll never forgive you for sending that clip to the chat.
And how many other knee injuries did he have at Georgia? Didn't he have 2 back-to-back knee injuries, severe injuries?
Right. That's why I call it a major move because I think the lack of a running game really hurt C.J. Stroud's development.
No, the lack of offensive line ruined his development.
We had an offensive line at Ohio State when we was putting them hammers on his ass up there in the shoe.
Winless.
But nonetheless,
it
drafted number 2, even with that.
They really haven't adjusted.
It's different when you get to the NFL.
Right.
Boys, it's different.
Right. There's an Aiden Hutchinson on just about every team in the NFL. That's the difference than college. Okay, it was a big week. Y'all see me saying goodbye to the Flaming T. It was a big week in the state of Tennessee. Our beloved Titans opened up free agency with 13 free agent signings, Mike. The majority of them on defense. We have several starters and some quality depth pieces added to the team. Most notably, John Franklin Myers will be playing on the defensive front line next to All-Pro 98 Jeffrey Simmons, should have been Defensive Player of the Year. Got 2 starting cornerbacks in Alante Taylor from New Orleans and Cordell Flott from the Giants. Also picked up Wan'Dale Robinson to give some receiver help to Cam Ward on the offensive side of the ball. Tasha, since we got the jerseys up right now, what do you think about the return to the Love You Blue era? You like these uniforms? You like the switch from the old school Titan Blue?
No, it lacks authenticity because I told you that ain't nothing but the oil rig replaced with a T and 3 stars. I like the flame better. And those colors make me think of Warren Moon. I'm just saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, she just sat up here on Al Gore's internet and told a bold-faced
So you tell me, if you put your finger over this T like I'm doing, hey, Jeffrey, hey, nephew, like I got my finger over this T right here. If you look at that damn helmet, you can see an oil rig behind your damn finger.
That was not the lie, ladies and gentlemen. She told a bold-faced lie saying that she liked anything about the old Titans. That's not true. Oh, I like the flaming. No, you did not. You did not.
Of the flaming T.
You didn't like it. You didn't like the team. You don't like the players. You don't like the stadium, although you work there.
That's a damn lie. Because it ain't gonna be no clanger slander. You know that.
You hate the Titans. So that's why I'm not asking you about football moves.
I'm just not, because you know I don't like it. I told you this 4 or 5 shows ago. I did not like the Titans coming to Tennessee because I don't like AFC football. I wanted an NFC team. So
Mike, did she tell us Ravens flock in the chat this week?
I do not like the Titans because they were an AFC team when they first got there. And when they kept going back and forth, is it going to be an NFC or an AFC team? I wanted an NFC team. My loyalties have always been with the NF and the fucking C. I only got an AFC team because of Coach Tomlin. Coach Tomlin is gone, so my other ABOB is always going to be Lamar Jackson.
I'm glad you're closing on ABOB because I'm coming to you right quick, Mike.
So I'm Ravens flock for the AFC.
Mike, we get beat up with the ABOB. That's like boxing gloves. Like anytime she gets a chance to grab us with it, she does.
The jab.
But Mike, let me throw some names before I ask you a football related question. Warren Moon, Steve McNair, Vince Young, Cam Ward, Robert Saleh, but somehow we don't qualify for ABOB. Somehow the city that raised her, the city that I met her ass in,
stop right there. Let's stop right there. I have never once said that I did not root for Warren Moon. And you know I will kill you dead if you say something about Steve McNair, because even you done said some slick shit trying to be funny, and I said not too much on Steve. I rooted for Vince Young until he locked his damn self up in his house over there in the Governor's Club and went missing.
Eating wings with Steve.
I rooted for Cam Ward even when he was in
Why is that past tense? He's still our quarterback.
I root for Florida State. I was glad that Ward got drafted. So don't go there. And you know my love for Robert Saleh goes deep, baby, because we know where he came from.
Why is our B not B enough for you?
I never said that. I root for a player, not a team.
We got to be purple. Mm-hmm. We got to be purple. How black do we have to be, Tasha? Do we have to be Nigerian?
The Titans should have been an NFC team, and I probably
should have been purple. Is what you're saying? Purple. Should we have Michael Jordan eyes?
That meme I sent you.
Words, Tasha.
I gotta go back and find this meme.
We're getting out of this because we're not going there.
Mike is funny as hell.
Mike, let's go on the field because Tasha just pissed me off.
No, you pissed yourself off coming up with this nonsense, with this bullshit. You pissed yourself off.
I thought you was gonna like the Oiler blue. You can't like nothing.
There you go. You just said it. It is Oiler.
We are the Oilers. If your mama call you Clay, what am I supposed to call you?
I mean, there's a reason why they made the uniforms the same. So,
Mike, can you speak some? Right, Martrice. How black do we gotta be? Shit. Caramel don't count. I see. All right, caramel don't count, Mike. We got to be Django black. All right. Good. And thank you. Now I can calm back down. Good morning, Mama Hastings. Good morning. So lovely to see you this morning. Is that Ravens colors you got on, Miss Hastings? Oh no.
Now you know Mama Hastings, honey, rocks the two-tone. Well, you can't even say the two-tone blue no more.
You can't say the two-tone blue. I'm gonna have
to. Who said the new Glencliff coats?
Yeah, well, what's another name? Jelly Roll he was like, yeah, I like these new two-tone uniforms. I was like, ain't no two-tone in there.
There's no two-tone. The two-tone Jones is dead. Good morning, Langston. Good morning. I believe happy anniversary to you as well, Langston. I believe that's what I saw. We'll do an early shout out to you. Mike, on the field, we had conversations off wax about the number of ex-Giants and ex-Jets that the Titans picked up because of course, Robert Saleh on defense was the head coach of the Jets, and offensive coordinator Brian Daboll ran the offense for the Giants. Mike, does the number of players from those two morbid franchises scare you?
No, just to give people some insight. We were talking about this before all these were happening about how scheme defensive coaches, they like specific players and what they bring to the table. So it's not necessarily like, oh, okay, they run a 4-3 really well. It's more like packages that they run really well. So if Saleh likes a specific package of slants and this player does a really good slant inside or outside or whatever have you, or plug, like if he doesn't really need a defensive tackle to plug, then you're out. He needs someone to be more move left or right. Yes. So I think these moves shows me that he has a really strong definition of what he wants the defense to be. I love it.
I love it as well. And the reason why I love it so much is because the previous regime with Brian Callahan, he was a first-time play caller that called in the offense. He hired Denard Wilson, who was a first-time play caller on defense. Denard Wilson did great. He deserved to get that job that he got after the firings. And your special teams coordinator had never called plays before. Getting Daboll and getting Saleh into the fold with players that are familiar with their systems will help accelerate the Titans transition back into being a decent team. But Tasha, your lack of affinity for one of the blackest franchises in the history of the NFL is both baffling and troubling. But since your beautiful, beautiful daughter is in the chat now, we're going to move on as we say hey to Denise, and as I give you some flowers because YouTube, shouts out to YouTube checking in today. We have a YouTuber that agrees with you, Tasha. John Hobbs says, as a Seahawks fan, I don't think Baltimore did anything wrong. They had every right to take a look, and if they didn't like what they could say no. It was greasy, John.
It was not greasy.
They just in a 2-piece Popeyes without no damn biscuit.
They was just lying.
And it's I know, Paul, you brought up an analogy, and we don't have enough time for it, but maybe a different day.
Yeah, because we can never get out of that one.
But yeah, that's a whole hour one. But I mean, I agree. Is it illegal? No, it was a business move. It was a smart business move, and they did what they did. Yeah,
very smart business move.
But again, we don't know in the future will that business move play off again with somebody we missed talking about, Daniel Jones. The Colts, really?
Great point. Major move of meh bringing Daniel Jones back.
That's definitely a meh.
That's definitely a meh. What's below a meh?
You got your you got your offense, his head coach, who is now the Titans offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, could possibly do work in the favor of the Titans this year, having him. Because if you could coach a Daniel and a fucking Jones.
This is, Tasha, great point, because I didn't think about this until you connected those two. Remember last year, I was ranting and raving because the Giants offered the Titans a pretty extensive package to move up to number 1, and the Titans didn't move down to 3 because Brian Daboll was in love with Cam Ward. He got his man now. Oh, we going to the chip.
He got his man.
We New England all over again.
But as Mike said on that Daniel Jones, it is below man. Did y'all not see what happened when New York gave them all that money?
That's the only move they can make, says T.
No, it's not. So Kyler Murray wasn't on line 1.
Kyler could have started in Indianapolis.
Malik Willis wasn't on line 2.
Yep.
I would take Malik Willis over. No, I'm taking Daniel Jones over Malik Willis right now.
I'm not. Ain't no way in the hell.
I need to see
more.
Not
with the Eli look.
I need to see more.
Ain't no way in the hell I'm taking a damn Daniel and a damn Jones over no damn Malik Willis. Because a damn Daniel and a damn Jones has proven what the fuck he is.
He's good for 6 weeks, though. He's good for 6 weeks.
Right. Yeah. That's all he's good for. He's taking it to the bank all-star. He done robbed the Giants, and now he done sit up here and armed rob the damn Colts in broad daylight. It's armed robbery.
John Hobbs, you need to hit that subscribe because I like your takes right now because we're finding common thread. He says Warren Moon's his favorite, and because he played for the Washington Huskies and also played for the Seahawks, he had a beautiful spiral.
Yes,
that spiral.
And he had the greatest line in that Diet Coke commercial. It's the drink of the moon. You remember?
Tasha, you and your pop culture references have been elite.
It's playing Al's tune. It moves Louis' lips. It shakes Eric's hips.
See, now you got everybody doing that. Damn Daniel, damn Jones, damn Colts.
That's a reel right there.
That's it.
We're going to remix that to a little rap.
Welcome back, George. Welcome back. We are so glad you are back.
Can I shout my baby out real quick? I know we ain't at that portion.
Okay.
Y'all, my baby spent a whole month in Italy. I was trying to get her on today, but what is my baby doing today? Her thug thizzle. She out here working the SEC tournament. But
Nashville, stand up. Let's go.
But my baby spent a lovely month in Italy, in Milan, doing coverage for NBC with the Olympics, and I wanted her to come on so she could kind of tell us a little bit about it. But again, she out there working like a rib, like a Jamaican. She getting a hustle on. She out there doing the SEC tournament, and she will be part of the World Cup.
Are you going to be in Texas, Nisi Poo? Because I will take you and your friends out to dinner.
Well,
as an uncle now, I'm not trying to hook up with your young friends. I'm just saying.
We'll discuss. Well, she may put in there what she's doing. She's doing one of the fan events.
Okay, because downtown Dallas is going to be popping, and we're definitely hosting games in Arlington. So she's
doing a fair park thing too. Of course,
I might just shoot her some money so her and her friends can go out and get drunk, because that's what uncles do if you're in their area.
Give me a bottle and
I'll get y'all a bottle and maybe be y'all Uber drivers, so make sure y'all get to where y'all need to go.
Don't, if you ever get Paul. I need you to keep some. Mike.
Look at Tasha. Look, she like, see.
Right. There she go. Don't do that. Cancel
that ride if you ever get him.
That was New Year's Eve, and I had on cologne that night. That's what it was. I shouldn't have sprayed on no cologne.
Cancel that.
I shouldn't have sprayed on no cologne. All right. Now, Mike, I can't wait to hear these two things. I will scrap the last segment because I want to get to this. Y'all, these whiny ass NBA fans are at it again. So earlier this week,
okay.
We had a record performance from Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat. Yeah. The Olympic gold medalist scored 83 points in the game against the Washington Wizards. And instead of congratulations, they kicked them in the ding ding. Everybody kicked him in the ding ding. Robert Horry kicking him in the ding ding. Chad, Ocho, and everybody, and the Laker fans. So
never be happy.
The NBA rigged it. It's everything that's wrong with the NBA. They keep calling it Kobe's record. Tasha, okay, all right. Fair or foul, the vitriol placed it on Bam Adebayo's historic.
Look. That shit foul as fuck, and I'm just gonna say it.
Let's go.
Like you said, it wasn't even Kobe's record. It was Wilt's. And then they want to say, well, we don't have proof of what Wilt did because this and nothing. It don't matter. No. Wilt had 100. Kobe had 81. Bam got 83. Get over it. And I'm gonna call out our brother in here.
Tasha, Robert, Mike, Robert.
My best friend, my 49er faithful. I watched the full NBA, and I haven't watched the full NBA in probably 3 years. For someone other than the face of the league to break Kobe's record is sort of suspect. How in the heck? So the Washington Wizards went out there and played like the Washington Generals.
That was a bar, by the way. For those who don't know who the Washington Generals are, that was a walk-off home run right there.
So you basically saying it was the Globetrotters versus the Generals.
Right, where they were pouring buckets of confetti on somebody's head instead of water and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then one of our other friends who you probably didn't see, he commented, the big difference is when Kobe did it, the Lakers needed them 81 points. The Heat was blowing them out, but Bam kept going just to catch and pass Kobe. I digress. I don't know if this other guy's listening too. He just responded. I can't read it. So it's Bam's fault that they kept, number one, feeding him the ball. That's his fault. Number two, it's Bam's fault that they fouled him 60, 70 times for him to get to that line. Oh, well, Kobe did it this way. Bam got all his at the free throw line. Bam only averaged 15 points. So what? When it came time for him to put that ball in that basket, it went in, regardless of how it got there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you cooking, Tasha. They loving it. Mike, jump in here. Is this fair or foul to hate towards Bam?
So I'm going to give everybody a little backstory. When it first came to my reel, because let's be real, I'm not on the spring segments of the Extra Point because I don't really watch basketball, especially if my team's not in it. Let's be real. So when I brought it up to Paul, I was like, hey, tell me about this. What's up? What's going on? He's like, oh, yeah, blah, blah. I was like, damn, Kobe's record. I'll say that. And I was like, oh, okay. And then Paul asked me, is this fair or foul? And I was like, you know what? For me to give you an answer, I'm going to need to go watch Kobe's game again. And so I did. And then sure enough, I was like, then that's foul then, because people go rewatch that game. They fouled Kobe the last 9 points.
Mike, I know you're not about to cook on this show real quick. Let me hand you some seasoned salt.
So go rewatch that. He had 70 points. They done fouled him the last nine-ish points. And to that person that said they didn't need those, they needed those points. No, they didn't. They beat him by 20.
Mike, what? Wait a minute, Mike. What was that?
They beat him by 20 points. It was like 122 to like 101 or something like that. Like that was the final score. So you want to add that along with Bam saying, hey, y'all, don't foul this, man. Let's just play the game. Don't foul this. He was telling his teammates don't foul.
Yeah, but he got the Mike. That was excellent research on your part. I did not know those stats. You did tease yesterday that you watched the game. I had no clue what you were going to say today. I am so glad you did. That is great. Terrence said the hate is real. Martrice is saying, get it off your chest, Tasha. Let it out. Let it out. Let her rip. I'm so glad that there's some. Now, your niece, Tasha, she just big-timed you. She's actually on tour right now on the podcast, so we got to book with her assistant. If you got her assistant's information, I need you to make that call, okay? Okay? All right, we will do that because I do want you on the show, Nisi Pooh. And if you're in Texas, the offer still stands.
Look, it's his shine. Don't take it away from him. That's my thing. Don't take the shine away from him. I get these Kobe stalkers, as I call them, Kobe stands, but Kobe is always the one they feel like is being disrespected anyway, because when they say who's the greatest, they always say, is it LeBron or is it Michael? First of all, we all saw what Kobe Bean Bryant did. That man was the closest thing to Jordan that we have ever seen, even though they tried to make Harold Miner, all these other players.
Oh, the Harold Miner one was bad. That was
be the next Michael Jordan. Kobe never had to be the next Michael Jordan. Kobe could be Kobe Bryant. And you cannot take away anything that Kobe did on that court. So why would you want to take away somebody else's time to shine? If so, like you said, you told me something about what's his name holding the record over Jerry Rice.
Oh yeah, Willie Flipper Anderson has the NFL record for most yards in a receiving in an NFL game.
Now Jerry Rice does hold basically every major receiving record. But people used to laugh on me because I used to tell them I hated Randy Moss. Why? Because Randy Moss was the closest person to breaking Jerry Rice's records.
Okay, Jordan fans admit that about LeBron, but keep going. I don't want to digress into that, but keep going.
But if
Mike, don't adjust your seat, Mike.
I wouldn't be mad if Randy Moss broke a Jerry Rice. I don't care if anybody breaks a Jerry Rice record, because at the end of the day, he's always going to be my GOAT. If somebody breaks the record, I'm going to be like, thank you. He's Kobe.
Is he another climb in the casket all-star? Because all of these fans done turn into climb in the casket fans for Kobe.
Right, because like I said, when Kobe was alive on this earth, talking his shit, doing his thing, wasn't nobody rocking with Kobe. They hated Kobe. Everybody said everything they needed to say about Kobe. He's aloof. He's this. He's that. Talked about his wife. Talked about this. Talked about that. But then when he untimely died, him and the sweet daughter and the other 6 people in that helicopter, now everybody want to be a Kobe fan. Now everybody, I stab your eyes out your head if you talk about Kobe. Where was this when he was out there playing? The Raptors, when he put that 81 up on them, wasn't nobody out there congratulating him. They was mad too.
Yeah. Now, Raw Biz said there's a reason Kobe wear number 24. He was one up on Jordan. That's the first time we put anybody other than LeBron over Jordan. And look, y'all give Raw Biz the same smoke y'all give me when I pull this crown out. Now, we're not going to make it about him right now because he don't know which elbow is hurt.
To me, it's not about him. And this ain't nothing because you swear I hate LeBron James. When I tell you, no, I do not. I just don't think he's better than than Jordan. And like I said, him and Kobe are vacillating back and forth. Kobe Bryant's game was more organic and more natural and was not forced.
LeBron James? No, I'm not going to do that. So John Hobbs says, I don't watch NBA basketball anymore. They stole my Sonics and moved into OKC. If my Titans moved, I will have a huge hole in my heart as well. But don't you worry, John. The NBA is going to send the Pelicans out there. So I hope you get your Zion jersey ready. Get you. Because he's not a homegrown American. Am I being petty? No, you're not being petty. But Bam Adebayo, I think he's American. Did he go to Kentucky?
Yeah, he was born in South Carolina. He just has Nigerian roots.
Right. Okay. So we getting okay. In my opinion, I goes LeBron, Kobe. So we can stop right there, Raw.
Nope.
Nope.
Stop right there, Raw.
Nope.
Raw, hit that subscribe button because we cuss now.
Where's the log out button now?
No. Me and Raw Biz
is not the one to hit.
So hit that.
Raw Biz, we was rocking that for a minute.
Now, Raider Way says, as a Raiders fan, I'm kind of glad the trade fell through. With the free agency moves they made, our defense is stacked.
You ain't got no money now.
But look, you got to make sure Crosby is healthy enough when the season starts, which, for all intents and purposes, he should be. The Raiders have more issues. Like Mike said, do you want to draft Mendoza and throw him out there to the Wolves? You got Genty, who now people are saying may have possibly been overdrafted. But
he was definitely overdrafted.
But look at what he had to play behind.
Well,
and that's going to be the same thing with any quarterback. And then look at the coach. Pete Carroll don't need to be coaching no more. And don't nobody coach like that no more, Pete.
Nobody. No, he was a relic. He needed to go. But real quick to Raider Way, Tyler Lindenbaum, the best free agent center, got that record deal. So you got him some protection up front. To his point and to your point about the pieces and Mike's point, I think he made. Linebacker Nakobe Dean, linebacker Quay Walker, defensive end Malcolm Kuntz, defensive end Kwity Paye. Shouts out to the university.
Kwity Paye.
Michigan getting them second contracts. Y'all better deal with it. And cornerback Eric Stokes, since the Raiders had enough cap room to absorb him back into the fold, they might be working with something this year on defense if they can get that coaching staff.
I mean, I don't see them being as ass as they were.
No, they're going to definitely be better. Bam's accomplishment doesn't diminish. Martrice, can you put that on a t-shirt?
Exactly.
Right. Why does it got to be one or the other? Why can't it just be both?
Because we all know Bam will never be Kobe Bryant, and he's not out there trying to be Kobe Bryant.
And Flipper Anderson will never be Jerry Rice, and it's okay. Nobody's diminishing Jerry Rice because Flipper Anderson.
Right. Some people's like, no matter what happens, you can't.
Why can't we both just be successful? You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a great segue because speaking of success, the University of Michigan just had a record regular season, 29-2. We're 30-2 now after we put the third beat down of Ohio State in like the last 6 weeks. Belt to ass. Scotch.
I mean, they were struggling out there for no reason.
Tasha, I don't know how you know. You was doing squats and Pilates.
It don't matter. I went back and watched some of it. And they were struggling. And Wisconsin came back and beat Illinois in that overtime. I don't think Wisconsin should give us any comp, but yeah, you never.
What? John, that's the game I'm trying to worry about. Tasha, you got a fan here. He told me to raise up off you. She's cooking today. I'm gonna give her that. Mike and Tasha are both cooking today. I'm so glad to have them back. But Tasha, no. Wait till you start getting some of them NFL takes about them 49ers. You're going to change your mind, John. He must be a 49er fan.
No, he said he was a Seahawk fan.
So y'all banging on wax. Pyru Love, Gangs United with the top. All right. So Michigan, we got a rematch against the one team that gave us a loss in the Big Ten season. That's the Wisconsin Badgers, who overcame a 15-point deficit to knock off Illinois. That made my stomach hurt. Illinois would have been a cakewalk to the finals. Now we got to play this Wisconsin team that have been giant killers all year. Tasha, do we get it done? Do we get to that championship game?
You know, when you playing against a YOLO team.
Right. They YOLO'd us in Chrysler Arena earlier this year.
Look at Arizona playing against Texas Tech, and then look at them last night. Almost lost to Iowa State.
It was Nashville. It was Nashville. Denise. Well,
hey. Ray takes his ass to Nashville, and then wait a minute, y'all. We got to go off the script.
No, we don't.
He tried to sneak out of the country and didn't think that I was gonna catch it, and tried to put the reason why we hadn't been on for 2 weeks on me. See, Mike, I don't know if you caught that. Y'all, he gets out here on Al Gore's internet talking about, T Sizzle, she works hard. We gonna give her a week off. You know what? Make it 2. So as we get off the show, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and I said, this motherfucker think he's slick. I ain't gonna say the weird word I said, but I said this nigga done took his ass back down there to his hiding spot. So he said something. They were talking about the cartels, and I never said anything to him, y'all. Something about the cartels came up, and we were sending memes, and I said, hey, you all right down there? This motherfucker gonna hit me with how you know. I know.
But Mike, see, this is my concern right now, Mike. What if somebody in this chat was told a different story? You see what I'm saying, Mike?
But the whole point is,
what if somebody thought I was
you didn't have to tell. I already knew.
No, look, that second week off, Mike, can you step in as a character witness? Your Honor, I like to call Michael Hasso, Michael James Hasso of Catholic.
I didn't say you went for 2 weeks. I didn't say that. Okay. I said I knew that.
Mike,
you tried to put it on me, saying I needed the vacation.
No. True or false?
Unlike y'all's twos, I stays on the show even on vacation.
Look, I'm not doing no show from a whorehouse.
Now in St. Martin. Well,
Mike,
I does.
You were at where, Paul?
No, that's where Tasha was. She did it at a whorehouse. One time she was getting braids put in. One time she was getting a Brazilian wax. Look, I'm not that open with my show. I can't be doing segments while I'm getting my pubes snatched off with some Velcro tape. Now, Mike, in my defense, as my character witness, did I not tell you upon my return that I wanted to get back to the show, but I already told her to take 2 weeks off?
Yeah, that's true.
I rest my case, Judge.
But again,
he said Shane wasn't at the beach. He was at Percy Priest.
When Langston put Comeback Shane in that.
Comeback Shane had me screaming. Comeback Shane, that was a good one. You got me.
Look, Langston, what you don't know, that's one of me and Paul's favorite movies.
Yes, that's why I was screaming. I was like, of all characters, he would bring up that one. That's why you got to stop lying to folks. Now, see, Denise, I didn't tell a lie. I didn't say a word.
He withheld evidence.
No, because when Mike FaceTimed me, did I answer? Laying on the stand?
Sure did. I said, what in the world?
He said, I knew you was up to something.
Yeah. Oh, Mike, you didn't. Oh, see, Mike, you was at the card show. You didn't catch it when he said that. And I was like,
if Tasha would have FaceTimed me, she would have got the answer in real time. Mike had known on day one because he FaceTimed me and I answered laying on the beach.
It's because I knew, to Tasha's point, when he'd be like 1 week, okay, 2 weeks, I'm like, let me call that dude on Monday.
Oh, man, it was an omission. Martrese.
No, as soon as we got off this podcast, I think Paul and I talked a few minutes afterwards, and it's just clicked in me later that day. I said he can really take his ass to Nashville.
Langston,
hey Ray.
Langston, now Playa Norte is the most beautiful beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. But I got a full body massage for the first time, and I kept clenching when she was trying to pull my undies down because I didn't know the protocol, and I didn't know if I was going to get hit with one of them stings. You know, the people come in there and they see an American in there with his wing out.
I was like, a Robert Kraft.
Right. I wasn't trying to get a P.O. Coulter tub.
He's calling me. I'm going to head out, y'all.
No. Mike, who wins today? 12 and a half points?
They don't cover, but I'll put money on it, a money line.
I just put 12 and a half plus on Wisconsin. All right, Mike, get out of here. Tasha, who you shouting out this week?
Like I said, I shouted out, my baby girl for doing her thug thizzle down there. In Italy, was so very proud of her, loved all the photos. She got to experience a lot of things. She learned how to ride the damn subway the week she got ready to leave because she kept getting lost. Who else was I going to shout out? Shout out to our new
whacking me up today.
Shout out to our new friends. Now, what was the guy's name on YouTube that I said was a C bitch fan? Don't take it personally. I've been calling him C bitch.
No, John Hobbs. Hey, hit that subscribe.
Yeah, John Hobbs. John, we gonna be friends, but you just gotta take this slander because he's actually a cow bitch fan, and I call him the cow bitches all the time. But we still together after all.
He's freak nasty. Hey, Langston, that was amazing. I felt rich like you. I feel like I had a mansion just like yours. I felt rich after getting that full body massage. I'm definitely going to do that again. Go ahead with your shout outs.
I'm telling you, once you get that full, but like I said, you got to take all your clothes off next time.
But
Langston, there are a couple of new beaches in St. Martin. Don't ask.
See, I don't like y'all getting along right now. You my best friend, not his. I don't like this. Priest, I'm gonna bring you on the show so we can balance this thing out. I don't like this. I don't like Nettie and Celia like this.
But I had a few other shots out. Oh, and this is y'all gonna hate. You know what, Martrese?
Keep going, Tasha. I'm gonna keep putting these comments, so you keep going.
We got the World Baseball Classic going on, and y'all know Vivo en la República Dominicana. So I gotta go with Plantano Power, because if not, even one of the waitresses at the restaurants I go to, she said, Tocha, she said, if it's Dominican Republic, she said, versus Canada or the United States, she said, who you rooting for?
Right, who you rooting for?
And she said, remember where you live.
Now, Tasha, real quick, who you got tonight, Canada or the USA?
They've already lost. US beat Canada.
Oh, that was last night.
And the Dominican Republic and US play Sunday at, I think, 8:00 Eastern.
Who you got? Who gonna win? Who you got?
I just told you, Plantano Power. I know where I live.
Okay. And Denise, send me a link in one of my inboxes on social media. Send me a link.
Going to the agents is what got old Robert Kraft tugged on.
Send me a link. You should bro. It was swimming trunks, bro. Nah, bro. Nah.
Yes, I'm trying to get him to enjoy a full nude.
I kept my trunks on. She whispered in my ear to roll over, and I clenched because I thought that meant that it was time for the sloppy toppy, and I was in another country, and I was like, I don't know now. We bombing people.
How do you log out of this?
I was just thought it was a little too much at that time, but I did go back to Miss Wendy.
Where is the exit button?
I caught Miss Wendy slipping at a bar, and I ran over to her, and I think she was with her husband, and I tried to book an appointment with her, and she smiled with that frightened smile, like, oh, who's this Negro? And so
first of all, she in her personal time, and you talking to this woman about business. You better be glad she didn't throw a drink in your face.
Right. Or he didn't pop me because her husband was right there too. So I was like, hey, I just wanted to book another trip. And he was looking like, go get that money. And she was looking like, bro, you being kind of creepy. So I went back to her the next day, and it was even more amazing the next day. So I love that. Hey, he said, you guys have a fun stream. I'm going to run. Have a good day. Hey, thank you for the sub. Hey, come back next week.
Sean.
No, Denise, don't. No cheeks, right? Well, more cheeks. We getting out of here. Look, Tasha, I'm ashamed and disappointed, quite frankly, that you missed a vital shout out to hold on, let me get his name right while I'm talking.
I forget stuff. You know I do.
I want to give a shout out to head coach Nolan Smith and the Tennessee State Tigers. Tasha, you take it from there. I'll let you close the show with that.
The only reason why I did not really pay attention, because y'all know Nolan Smith went to Duke, and I hate Duke with everything.
Yes, I do too. I hate Duke.
Everything in me, I hate Duke. But I love Nolan Smith. He has gotten the Tennessee State University Tigers, the real TSU, men's basketball program, back into the big dance.
Yes.
It has been over 30 years since they last got there, when Carlos Rogers was there.
Yes. That was in my notes. Carlos Rogers, good job by you.
Since Carlos Rogers was there back in the day. That's back in the day when Steve was playing on the women's team, and the women was going, to the big dance. And the thing is, guys, they're saying they actually have a chance to possibly win a game. And I believe it. The way he has those guys playing, he came from a good coaching lineage. Let's just get it out there, because Coach K, he's given them the confidence. They've gotten the support. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if they won a first round game, and they wouldn't be a number 68.
Right. Do it against Duke. Right. And NCAA committee, don't put them in the Frozen Four, whatever that shit is that come on Tuesdays and Wednesday. Don't put us in that. Put us in the regular field that starts on Thursday. And the Titan staff is probably the best in the NFL on a serious note. Now, that's how we're going to close the show. Right there.
I did say that, Langston. I did say that.
The ball head bandits, we coming for y'all. All right. Every player gonna be ball like the 93 version of the Fab Five when they all went ball for the tournament. Everybody but Juwan Howard, because light skinned dudes, they can't mess up their taper fade.
And plus up under that hair was probably light skinned too, so he would have been two-tone, like the old Titans blue.
Bye, y'all. Bye. We're going to finish on that slanderous comment. We'll see y'all next week. Michigan plays at high noon. Wish us luck, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see y'all next week. Peace. Can we get a Vamos Azul?
Vamos Azul.